Hello everyone, this is Paul Isley. Welcome to another episode of Tilly Talks. We have some really nice plants for you today, so this will be fun. The first one I'm going to show is Tillandsia Winners Circle. Tillandsia Winners Circle is a beautiful hybrid of Tillandsia Ranthos and Tillandsia Houston, and Tillandsia Houston itself is a hybrid of Tillandsia stricta and Tillandsia recurvifolia. There'll be a test on this later, so make sure you pay attention, okay? But here are two examples of Tillandsia Winners Circle. This one, of course, is much larger. It has a much longer stem. The inflorescence is just starting to come out. This one, the inflorescence is just about at its most beautiful state. It has lots of beautiful blue flowers on it, and it will get pollinated by the hummingbirds if you put it out in your patio. So Tillandsia Winners Circle, one of the really nice Tillandsias. A similar Tillandsia is one of the parents of Winners Circle, Tillandsia Houston. There are many permutations of Tillandsia Houston, many different cultivars, many different forms, mostly with the inflorescence being different, the leaves being a little bit different. And this one is called Houston Special. And Houston Special, these are both blooming. And one was grown from a seed and one was grown from an offset. The one that's grown from an offset is a little bit stiffer leaved. The one that was grown from seed is a little bit grayer leaved and softer. So Tillandsia Houston. This one has a great shape. This is called Tillandsia Wavy Wonder. And Wavy Wonder is a hybrid of Tillandsia bulbosa and Tillandsia pseudobalei. It has striations in the leaf sheaths. The round part of the leaf here at the bottom is called the sheath. The long thin part is called the blade. And on the sheath here, up close and personal, you can see wrinkling on the leaves and little thin purple striations. That's a dead giveaway for Tillandsia pseudobalei. And then the greenness of the plant and the shape of the plant indicates the bulbosa as the mother plant. And this one's interesting. This is Tillandsia the Perfect Blend, which is a hybrid of Tillandsia lucile and Tillandsia bulbosa. Lucile itself is a hybrid of Ailersiana and bulbosa. So that's back cross to Tillandsia bulbosa. And you have Tillandsia the Perfect Blend. It's got a great shape and color to it. And over here we have Tillandsia exerta by Streptophila. This is Tillandsia Haiti-Gultz. This was named after a friend of mine outside of Frankfurt, Germany. Her dad was one of the early bromeliad hybridizers and growers, Hans Gultz. And so I named this one for his daughter Haiti, who I met back in the mid-70s. It's a very, very nice hybrid of Tillandsia exerta and Tillandsia streptophila. Pretty rare. Another rare one is Tillandsia foliar fountain, which is Tillandsia concolor by Tillandsia exerta. So here we have two plants, one with streptophila, one with concolor, that have Tillandsia exerta is one of the parents. And you can see the similarities and you can see the differences. And here's a hybrid, and I don't know what this one is. Here's another one. This one's probably easier to guess. I mean, if you don't have, okay, so we record all the hybrids or the things that we grow, but sometimes nature takes a different turn and a hummingbird will get involved. And so you'll end up with something that you don't really know what it is because it doesn't fit what's in your records. And these two are in that category. And this one is a Tillandsia streptophila, but I don't know what the other parent is. And it's a beautiful, beautiful plant with thick succulent leaves and a wonderful covering of trichomes, the white fuzz on the leaves. And this one looks to me to be a hybrid of Tillandsia intermedia, because you have the color and the long axis of the leaves themselves and the inflorescence, the way it's shaped. The leaf bracts that come off going up the inflorescence. This is all very typical for Tillandsia intermedia. The inflorescence is a lot like Tillandsia intermedia. However, although Tillandsia intermedia has long leaves that recurve, it doesn't have leaves that are as long and recurve as much as this one. Tillandsia exerta does. So this is very indicative of a hybrid of Tillandsia intermedia and Tillandsia exerta. Look how wonderfully curly the leaves are. Look, how cool is that? This is a really nice plant, and as far as I know, the only one we have. This is a form of Tillandsia fasciculata called from Honduras. I don't know if it's officially described. I don't know that it is, so we just say Tillandsia fasciculata Honduras instead of Tillandsia fasciculata hondurensis or Tillandsia hondurensis. Well, there is a Tillandsia hondurensis, and this isn't it. So it'll be fasciculata something or other. But it's a beautiful gray leaf plant with a pastel coloring to the inflorescence, and I just thought I'd show it to you today. And another really nice one is an old standby, but not so common in cultivation. It's called Tillandsia dorati. And Tillandsia dorati has fragrant flowers, very nicely fragrant flowers. This is not a particularly large specimen. They can get to be about 3 feet tall, like a meter, without the inflorescence. And then with the inflorescence, they can get to be very large. But this one has the most fragrant flowers for the longest period of time of any Tillandsia. And it's in the subgenus Phytorrhiza. It has large petal lobes, and as I said, it's very fragrant. The offsets come off of the top of the leaves, not the bottom. So over the generations, as the older leaves die, they shrink into tight little ringlets that wrap themselves around the branches in the trees, because after the seedling stage, they don't root. So they just grow along in the tree as the canopy of the tree grows. And you can see these lower leaves, how they've recurved, and in nature they would be curling around the twigs, and that's what would hold them in the tree itself. And then the next one will come out and grow along, and the next one, and the next one, and they just keep going like that. So that in nature, if you see them down in Bolivia or wherever, sometimes the ancestral material can be 10 feet long. It's all brown and dead, but it's been there for decades as the plant has grown along. And the last 2 feet will be outside the tree and exposed in full sunlight and be the bright white that's emblematic of Tillandsia dorati. So this is a great plant. And what else do we have? Here is a beautiful clump of Tillandsia bootsie. Bootsie is a common species, but it's not common to have a clump like this. And it's coming into bloom. As you can see, it's actually flowering, and it has dead flower petals, so it's probably about finished blooming. I don't see any flowers on this one. These spikes have some color. It gets a salmon color to the flower spikes on the inflorescence, and then the flowers themselves are purple. But this is a beautiful clump that's been growing for a number of years. I can see you out there saying, how many years, right? I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say from one plant, maybe 15 years or so. Something like that. But it's in wonderful condition, and you can see how long the leaves are. Great plant. Now, finally, we're up to this guy. And this one is Fasciculata by Streptophila. And it's a gorgeous, large Tillandsia hybrid with lots of color. And it gets the color mostly from the Streptophila, the rose colored. And we named this one Towering Inferno, which I think is rather appropriate for this one. It's got great color and size and shape, and Towering Inferno, here we are. So when you get a chance, if you'd like to visit our website, rainforestflora.com, our Instagram is out there. I guess it's Rainforest Flora. We do lots of YouTube as well, and Facebook. So welcome to visit us anytime, follow us, and come to the nursery in Torrance. You know, we've got a pretty neat place here, and we'd love to see you. And it's a Tillandsia wonderland, really, is what it is. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but somebody else can say more than I can, because otherwise it sounds like I'm bragging, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, good luck to everybody, and have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.
Rainforest Flora Incorporated